Good morning, my beautiful souls. How are you on this lovely day? Out for my walk and talk. And I'm going to apologize for the audio today, where the track that I walk on behind the school, they're mowing the lawn in the middle of the track. So there's going to be some noise, and it's kind of windy, breezy today, so you may get some wind noise. So I apologize for the audio today. I want to talk today about recognizing and becoming aware of the feelings in your body, the physical sensations that your body presents to you, and the messages that it's trying to lead you to. I've had a couple of significant instances for me over the last couple of years that I could never figure out what was going on. And I just thought it was nerves and anxiety. Well, it turns out, with some hindsight, that my body was really trying to tell me something. And I just assumed I already knew what it was, and I was wrong. And this may not necessarily be tied to emotional eating, but I think it's going to be helpful in creating some more awareness for people that our bodies are always talking to us, and creating more presence with ourselves and what's going on. And that if we just stop to listen, we can become more in tune with what it's trying to tell us and be able to quicker take actions to resolve what's happening. Because I always say awareness is the first step to transformation, to change. You can't change what you're not aware of. And I also believe this is where journaling will really help. Help you keep track of, so you can go back and look at, these are the feelings in my body that I was having, and this is what I was experiencing in my life at that time. So you can help see the pattern. What is my body trying to tell me? What did it try to tell me before? So journaling is a great way to document and help teach you what may be going on now from what happened in the past. So for me, a year ago, July 9th, I had sort of emergency surgery. I had been experiencing bouts of severe torso pain that started in my abdomen and would go all the way up to my clavicles. And I would be in so much pain I could hardly catch my breath. I would be doubled over. And once the pain would subside, I would vomit. And this happened 3 times, and then actually did it happen 4? I can't remember now. The last couple of times it happened after I vomited, I'd passed out. But the pain would come, the abdominal pain, the torso pain came back, but not to quite such degree that I was doubled over. I would have to go lay on the couch and with the heating pad on my abdomen and take some sort of NSAID, over-the-counter pain med, to help with the pain so I could be comfortable. I eventually went to the ER. I had to call my husband home from work to drive me to the ER. They found, when I got to the ER, they did MRI and a ultrasound, and they found an 11 centimeter mass hanging off of my left fallopian tube, sitting on top of my bladder. So not to go into too many details, to make a long story short, I was admitted to the hospital, spent 3.5 days in the hospital, scheduled me for surgery, and they removed the mass. The crazy part is the doctor thinks that all of the episodes that I had with the abdominal pain and the passing out was because the mass was killing itself off, because it was necrotic, dead when they removed it. Now, They also removed my ovaries and tested my ovaries, tested everything to make sure it was non-cancerous. And my left ovary had signs of stage 1 cancer. So I was very blessed with the mass for the symptoms for them to find the cancer, because apparently ovarian cancer goes undetected for a very long time before they find it, late stage. So I'm very thankful and very grateful for the mass and what I went through for them to find what they found so early. But the symptoms I was having before that, I had no symptoms of pain with the mass, but the symptoms I was having was in my solar plexus. I had all those nervous anxiety, butterfly feelings for a very long time. Now, is it funny, ironic? I can look back and see the pattern. The funny part is after my surgery, that feeling in my body went away. I didn't have the anxiety-ish feelings, or what I'm associating to anxiety feelings. Didn't have the butterfly nervousness in my solar plexus stomach area anymore. And I thought, well, could it have been my body trying to tell me that that's what was going on? That I had something internally happening? So I just took note of it. Well, more recently, I've been noticing that same feeling coming back for several months now, for probably since the beginning of the year, maybe a little bit longer, that I would be driving to work. I have my own business. I have a private massage therapy practice, and I love what I do. I absolutely love giving massage, and I treat my clients as family, and I love being there, and I love talking to my clients and helping them heal. But I was noticing I was getting that same feeling, that anxiety, solar plexus, butterfly-ish feeling again. And, my first thoughts are, oh shit, there's something else going on in my body. I got some health issue. What could it be? And then I would get to work and I would get busy and I would write it off and not think about it. And I was getting just a couple weeks ago, I was noticing, last month or so, sometimes I have no sense of time. I was noticing that while I was in session, I was getting shortness of breath. And it was only when I was in session. Now I'm starting to really freak out. Do I have some sort of respiratory something or other going on now? Often they say once you get a cancer diagnosis, it creates something else. The fear of bad health, that medical diagnosis. So I was just kind of keeping it in the back of my mind, going about my business. Going on about 2 weeks ago now, I had an epiphany, a realization that maybe because I offer essential oils in my practice with every client, using them according to how I'm supposed to, I'm diluting them, 4 to 6 drops and 1 to 2 ounces of oil. Maybe it was the essential oils. So I did all sorts of research. And with some of the other symptoms I've been having, it's like, absolutely yes, this could be causing your shortness of breath and some of the other symptoms that I've been having. So I immediately, I went to the doctor. She confirmed, said, no more essential oils, let's detox. Let's also eliminate some dairy products that I had been introducing into my diet and see what happens. Well, since then, on my drive to work, I no longer feel the anxiety, butterfly-y, nervous-ishness in my solar plexus. So is that my body telling me to be afraid to go to work because I was micro overdosing myself unintentionally with something good, with clean essential oils? And I just want to say, what is your body telling you that you're not listening to, that you're thinking it's something else when it's this? Every time you eat something unhealthy and you get those feelings, is it because you're eating something unhealthy and your body's like, no, I don't want this, it's not good for you, don't eat it? So I want you to be aware. Start slowing down your life. Start becoming present with what you're doing and what your body's trying to tell you. Can you keep a log and say, this is what happens when I eat a bag of chips. This is what happens when I eat 4 donuts. This is what happens when I eat the entire thing of ice cream. Whatever it is. And it might not be with food. How do you feel when you go to work? Maybe that's not the job for you. Or how do I feel when I come home? How do I feel when this happens, when that happens? How do I feel when I'm interacting with my immediate family? I always tightened up and closed off whenever I had to be with my family. I had to close down and shrink. And now that I'm no longer interacting as much with my family, my immediate family, my siblings, my nephews, my nieces, I no longer feel the need to shrink. I feel a sense of freedom. I feel like I can expand and truly be who I am without judgment. And I have noticed that when I am with my family, I have to be small because I fear their judgment of me, their unacceptance of me. So where in your life are you experiencing things that your body's trying to tell you? And trying to practice figuring out and being aware of what that is. And now that I have these 2 experiences, I have this knowledge, I can use that going forward and listen to my body, trust myself to know that I am capable of figuring this out. I can trust myself to know what's going on. My body does know and is telling me to listen. All you have to do is become aware and be willing to say, hey, I am listening. I do trust you. I will take action to try to fix this. I hope I wasn't just rambling. I hope this helps somebody. Be true to you. Stay radiant, my beautiful queens. Have a great day.